How far up in Noodlewall are you, Stuff Jumper?
Right up here close to Creek, McDonald.
Are you on this side or the other side of White Oak Mountain?
I'm on this side. Well, same side. Well, no, I'm not. On the other side of you again. Collegeville area is near it.
Are you on this side of... But you're on my side of White Oak Mountain in Collegedale?
No, I've been on the other side of you, on the Collegedale side.
Okay. Yeah, I know where you... Yeah, okay. So you're up around Collegedale?
Right, 10-4.
Yeah, well, at least I'm getting over the little ridge there.
Maybe a big trip over the ridge. They stick that antenna up at night. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, it's easy, man. It's a 40-foot telescopic pole, and I run it down to 10-foot. Now, my antenna's 24-foot, so I have to walk it down and lay it on the ground. I just lay it on the ground. I got it stuck in an umbrella stand, and I had to pick it up, and it's right up against my deck, and I stand there on top of my deck and start pulling it up, locking it down. I don't know. Maybe I think I got it up a little bit higher than what I usually run it.
Well, it sounds good. Yeah, that's a moon. I don't know what you call it. Not a moon racer. It'd be a moon ground plane, I guess.
Yeah, I did, so.
We need to leave it right there. Dang.
Yeah, that thing is loud.
What I like about your 2995, I like a radio with a scan feature. This one does not have it, but, you know, them slow days, instead of reaching up there, turning that knob every 2 or 3 seconds, put it on that scan deal, and I got a striker in here also, and it's got the scan on it, but I like the scan feature where this one don't have it.
Yeah, I used that the other day. That thing is handy.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody here the other day. They said they didn't care for the scan. I thought, well, shoot, man, maybe I'm just too lazy to turn it off, but I like to get back and sit back and listen, you know, let it find the station, and let it do all the work. Maybe I'm just too lazy to turn it off, but I like to get back and sit back and listen, you know, let it find the station, and let it do all the work.
That's what you sound like local and on the live chat.
I got a copy.
That's good.
Well, you get that squelch down pretty good, you know, get it right where it matches where the audio really coming in, and you know, it does the job for you.
Yeah, 10-4. I do have my mic gain on my radio turned halfway. I usually run it wide open, but this D104, I don't think I need it wide open. I'm going to flip it up here. Well, that's wide open on my mic gain. Is that way too loud, too muffled up?
It ain't muffled on me. It's louder, but man, you was plenty loud on the other one. What do you think, Cooper?
Keep you gotten thinking fingers out of it. It's perfect. Man, it ain't muffling up at all.
Well, now, see, right now the 8. That's an 8, and it goes up to 10, but I got it on 8 right this second.
That sounds good.
Roger. Well, I'm very bad about tinkering with these radios, and I know when I first got back in the radio business, man, I'm all the time asking, hey, listen to this, what is this? And I know they got tired of hearing me, but you know, if you don't ever hear yourself going to this live stream, that's pretty cool. You can kind of, you know, play it by ear.
That's what Cole and I were talking the other day about that. That is good. You can hear what your radio sounds like that new radio I got. I didn't know what it sounded like. But you can hear yourself, and then you know what sounds best, at least to you anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. What kind of mic you use on your 2995?
I got a little Superstar, about a $5, $6, $7 microphone, and I put one of those 6-pin, 4-pin adapters on it. I hate those mics that come with these RCIs.
Hello, Big R.
Hello, no man.
What in the heck are you doing up past your bedtime, buddy?
Hey, man, it's the weekend. I took me a nap today. These old people got to take these naps, you know. so I'm wide awake.
Damn.
Right-o.
Well, you know, Stump Jumper, Yell Rooster's one of them told me about them Superstars. I've always been a fan of course, no man knows about it. Cobra, I always like a power mic, but those little old cheap-ass Superstars, man, they do sound good.
Oh, yeah, they sound good. Now, I got a 636 from Nomad, and it sounds good. I just don't like the fact that you got really, you get right up in the mic, but I like the Superstar. Just been a fan of them ever since I bought one, and when they go bad, just throw them away.
Yeah, they don't cost much.
Nomad, you sounded good on that feed a while ago. I heard you in there.
What feed? Where?
You're live, Nomad.
You was in there for a minute.
Okay. You said I'm live, Cobra?
Yeah. I'm streaming live right now. I think I keyed with you, Stump Jumper. Yeah, I said I'm streaming live right now, Nomad. I was gonna let you know, but I figured you were on the channel listening when I went ahead and done it. I just figured I'd go ahead and stream local for you guys.
Now I'm over here looking at videos about the parts I ordered.
What about him, Cobra, on that? He got that moped, and he's going to be working on it a while.
It's gonna be like a rocket. It's gonna be a yellow and black blur going down the road. It's gonna look like it's gonna look like a giant riding a tricycle.
Look at this. Yellow streak. Is he going to slip it up?
Be the Wolverine running on speed.
It's gonna be the black and yellow blur, 80 cc's of fury. It's gonna be a steel whip hanging off the back of that damn thing. You watch and see.
I got one.
Oh God.
Oh God. I'll stick the first 2 sections of IMAX on there.
Hey, Cobra.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to see him do a wheelie.
Do what?
I want to see him do a wheelie.
Oh Lord. Man, I'd pay Nomad. If you could just sit on it and don't pull up on the handlebars, just hit the gas and ride a wheelie.
Hey, Nomad.
Yeah.
You get that 302 pounds, if you get that moped to do a wheelie, you've got a souped-up engine.
Oh, it's easy to make it do a wheelie.
Yeah, you just sit back here on the farthest back part of the seat and just hit the gas and just let it just kind of zzz, you know, he won't even hit the gas, just ride it.
Won't even have to do that once it's done. You're actually going to have to lean into it a little bit, just a little bit, to keep it from coming up.
Now you've got me curious. You've got my interest piqued. You got my interest piqued with this, man. When you get it done, I gotta see this. You're gonna have to make me a believer.
This ain't the first time I've done this. It's the first time I've changed the final gears, though. So, I don't know, there's a chance that it might be a little bit different on the takeoff.
Yeah.
Gear any higher or lower?
Oh, much higher. Taller gears, more speed, keeping the RPMs in check.
Hey, Roger, you're going to get that top end out of it.
Well, you want the top end, but you don't want to take away everything you got down low either.
Roger.
Hey, Stump Jumper.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
How does this mic sound? It's an old Icon or something, another MP7000.
Got a wheel
my telephone, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna step away from the radio, but I'm gonna leave the stream up. I'm gonna go in here and get me something to snack on. I'll be back.
Copy, copy.
Did you roll it back some, Diggle?
Negative. I'm going to talk to see what it sounds like. Copy, copy.
You may have dropped that mic gain a little bit on your radio to get the other one was so clear. I don't know.
Yeah, 10-4.
I'm going to switch over to my ICOM because I want to hear myself on that thing on AM.
Sounds good there, Nomad, I guarantee you.
Hey, stop, Jumper. This is my Delta MR2 microphone. Does this sound okay?
It sounds good. It's more of a tinnier, not as basic, but it sounds good.
Well, this one's got a tone knob on it. Let me, it's on a 3. Now it's a 6. And now it's an 8.
The 8 sounds good, but you're picking up some background. I don't know how you can get that out.
Well, it's my phone over here on this live stream.
I got you. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, I turned the volume down on my telephone there. Copy, copy.
Sounds great. Now, you can get a Nomad checked out in a minute. I think he's changing radios. He's going to go to his ICOM.
Yeah, 10-4.
Yeah, I got that 29.95. I've had it a month, maybe 5-6 weeks. I heard you in here. I never had the opportunity to talk to you. Every time you'd key up, I said, man, that is one great sounding radio station.
I appreciate that. It makes me feel good. I appreciate that. Where'd you get your radio from?
I got it out of Kansas. It was new in the box. I don't remember the place it was, but there wasn't any to find. And Bale still don't have them. There's no place to find a radio hardly right now.
Yeah, ever since I started looking at those particular models, well, they've gone up in price, too.
Oh, good Lord, yeah, they're double, nearly double, and you can't find anything.
I guess that's why they went up in price. They know they can get it, I guess.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Nomad knows he's had a hard time. He just had to, they tell him it's going to be 3 or 4 weeks, and he wants something. He wanted to get it then, and he's going to pay the price, or you're going to wait.
Yeah, 10-4. Are you back in there, Nomad?
Yeah, I've just been waiting on you guys to get a break in there. This here's the ICOM.
Yeah, I think the other one was louder, I believe. What do you think, Stuff Jumper?
Yes, the other one is louder.
It's going to be. It's CB. This is the ham, though.
Hey, Roger. Sounds good, but the other one's got more audio.
I turned the mic gain up, but I don't think it does any good on the AM side.
No, I don't think so. I've talked before, and I've had the ICOMs over here. They're just HF is where they're at, but that sounds good for AM radio, or HF radio.
Roger, this is the first time I've heard myself in this way since I've had it.
Sound good right there, buddy.
I just talked a little louder.
What do you think, Big R?
I don't put a strong signal on there either, though. Maybe I do. Hey, Stump Jumper.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Do you know what the monitor function on the radio here, on these radios is for?
It's on the monitor. Wait a minute. I'm not sure what you're speaking about.
Yeah, I've got RF power, mic gain, and then there's one down there that says monitor, but I don't ever know what it does. Its default is set at 50%.
Right off the top of my head, no. I've got a book in there. I can probably go look, but it's not for the 7300, but it probably tells us.
Well, I could go online and look too. I just know you use these types of radios. Thought maybe you'd know what it was.
Golly, I probably did use it. I don't remember what. I don't know right off the top of my head. It may be for the headsets to monitor you. You know, plug in there and monitor yourself. I can find out.
It's really not that important. If you don't know off the top of your head, you know, I can do the research. It's my radio.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, the ALC feature and all that programmed in there. Did you have to do that?
Do what now?
There's ALC on there, switches on those and stuff. I believe that's what's on there.
Not on my AM side. I got ALC adjustment on the sideband side.
Hey, Roger. Does that rate, the 7300, do you have to go to the computer, did you say, or to program it up, or do you do it manually?
I didn't have to program nothing to a computer or on a computer or anything at all, period, to do with a computer. The only thing you need a computer, and the key word here is need a computer for, is the firmware updates.
Hey, Roger. You still got your striker?
Yeah, both of them. The 447 I'm selling.
Yeah, have you already sold it? That was your newest one, wasn't it?
Haven't sold it yet. It's one of the new ones because I bought a couple of radios around the same time. In fact, in the same week.
Yeah, Roger.
Plugged up my striker there, Stump Jumper. You hear me?
Yes, sir. That really sounds good.
Let me turn my volume back up on my telephone here. Check it out.
What model's that striker? What number is it?
I'm sorry, repeat that. I hadn't laid her up to the phone.
What model is the striker you're talking on?
This one here's a 497.
I've never owned a striker. I've heard a lot about them, and they must be good radios.
Yeah, I like them. I've got a 955 I got off of Nomad, and I like it too. It's real good on the sideband.
Yeah, I heard those good sidebanders, and I think Nomad and I talked on his one night on sideband. I think today maybe he got it. I don't know. It sounded good, though.
Yeah, I tell you, boy, yeah, he's got him another one now. I guess that's probably what you're talking about.
We're just talking about my striker radios. I have two of them. The 447 though I'm going to sell. What I bought it for is not going to be used for it anymore.
Did I hear you the other night, you got rid of that big amp you got?
Yep, use the money to buy all the parts for the engine.
Engine?
Moped, scooter.
Oh. Yeah, I heard y'all talking a while ago. I didn't really know what you talking about.
I bought a 2003 Yamaha Zuma. And then I've had these before and I've hopped them up. And I bought the bike and then used the money I got from the amp and bought all the parts. $1,400 worth of parts.
Oh, okay. It's called a what now?
Yamaha Zuma.
Check that out.
It's a 2003. That concludes our emergency broadcast for the night.
No, man, we got on sideband with that newest radio I started, didn't we?
I have talked to you on sideband on every radio I currently own that has sideband.
I thought we did. You changed radios so much, I don't know.
Well, I have a bunch of radios. I'm not even completely sure I'm going to keep one in the car because when I had the antenna on the roof, the cable was slapping the window, and now that I put it back on the trunk, the magnet, when I'm driving down the road, it's hopping across the trunk lid.
Uh-oh.
Because I listen to my music so loud, I've got big subs in the trunk, and I don't want to give up my music.
Okay. Well, maybe booming it off. Did you hear Mad Dog in there tonight? I can't hear him, but Cobra said he was trying to go Possum Creek or something.
I don't remember if it was even tonight, but he was in there, but it didn't sound, I could just barely make him out.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him. I may have keyed on the box and that, but I hadn't heard him back. But tonight I heard you and him talking one night. He was loud, and then some other nights I can't hear him.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, cause up over at my house, I can never. I heard him one time. One night I heard him. That's been it.
Yeah, one night Nomad was talking to him one night. He was loud and crystal clear. And then the next time I could hear Nomad saying Mad Dog, well, I couldn't hear Mad Dog.
Yeah, I almost never hear him.
I don't know if it's his beams turned a little bit different, but he's got some power. I know that.
Yeah, 10-4.
I hear him far more than I don't, though.
Yeah, he's very interesting to listen to. He's very knowledgeable of electronics. Big Rob, what channel do you usually hang out on? There's so many up on 26, it's hard to even get in, and there's so much going on tonight. I didn't even try to.
I hang out on whichever channel somebody will talk back to me. Most of the time I'm on 2-2.
Okay, yeah, that's me. I go down to 2-2, talk to Tomahawk, Bird Hunter, and them.
Yeah, a lot of times I get on there on my way home from work, or when I get home I turn my radio on at the house. Yeah, most of the time it's 2-2. I get on 6, talk to them old guys down there on 6, and 12. I talk to all of them.
That's me, yeah. Any of them talk back to me.
Yeah, that's pretty much me now. I do talk to some of them up on 2-6, but sometimes I have a hard time hearing them. It's going how high I got my antenna up.
Yeah, how dark it is.
It's got to be dark.
Alright, I'm going to switch back over to my the radio I was on.
You ever talk sideband much at all?
I do. I get on there sometimes, but I like talking on my RCI 69 most of the time, and I've had trouble with my sideband. I don't know what happened to it, but the Cobra helped me tune it up the other day. He says he can hear me pretty good now.
Yeah. We used to talk, golly, on 27485. 455, a lot of those frequencies. And that was several years ago, and the majority of them died out. And then my ICOM went down, and then my AMs went down, and I had to get off for a little while. But I love top sideband. But I got on there the other night on the new radio and was talking to South Dakota. No problem at all. It's, coming in. Of course, we had a lot of skips that day, but I love top sideband.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, I heard somebody talking to Rooster on 26 earlier tonight. He was from Nebraska.
Yeah, man. When it skips right or what, you don't have to have all that power on that sideband.
Yeah, 10-4.
I love me some sideband.
Well, I do too, no man. And if you'd been here a few years ago, you'd have several people to talk to.
Since moving here, I pretty much only go there for skip. But in Michigan, there was a handful that actually talked sideband only. They would go to AM.
Well, that's what it was with us. Barney, you've talked to Barney, I think, up in Polk County. He was one of them used to talk on sideband, and Bill on the hill over, I think he went ham. He was one of them, and Navajo up in Blue Ridge, he was on there with us. We had several here in a local group talk about every day.
Why is it, I think I've asked this question before, well, I don't know if I have or not. Why is it over in England they all talk on L film?
I have no idea. My guess is something to do with regulations and whatnot are different for where you can and can't talk on over there.
as compared to here.
Yeah, I know every time I watch some of the videos, they usually on the FM side.
I have no idea either. How long have you, Big R, this is just a test. This is just to see, because it's amazing to me how many people don't know this, but how long have you been talking on CB radio now? Total.
Oh, well, back in the day, you know, I started in the early 70s, but, you know, I didn't know nothing then, still don't know nothing.
Well, do you know what AM stands for?
Oh, God, if you hadn't asked, I could have told you. If I could pronounce it, how's it go? I want to embarrass myself when I won't try to pronounce it. You know what I'm trying to say? Aptitude or something?
Amplitude modulation. Right. It's amazing to me, though, how many people don't know that.
Yeah, well, I had it in the head. I just couldn't speak.
You know what FM stands for, no, Matt? I think it's frequency modulation, but don't quote me on that. That's correct. I don't talk on it, so it's not one of them things I look into, you know? Well, sideband has no carrier there. I know. It was really frequency modulation on here.
Now, Cobra was telling me something now. He must have set that still out, but now on sideband, like, you know, my radio, you know, I keep it turned down to like 2 watts. Is it something, I think he said it don't, or maybe it's my modulation. One of the two, you can turn it, you know, it don't matter where it's set at. Well, you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, on sideband, on your RF power, you usually run it wide open. I do. Yeah, that's your best modulation on sideband is with your RF power wide open and your mic gain. You'll just have to dickle with that till you get it where you want it.
Well, you said run your RF wide open. Well, what if you're running it into something else?
Well, now, that could be a problem. I don't know. You run okay, when you don't run it through an amp, you keep it wide open. There's no carrier, so you ain't got to worry about whatever radio you're on getting hot from holding a carrier. But outside of that, going into an amp, it's the same rules apply as though you're running it on AM. Let the amp do the work, you know?
Okay, 10-4. So you can run RF all the way up as long as you're not running an amp, just your radio.
Depending on the amp. On mine over here, I can run it wide open because my radio only does 100 and 110 watts, and the amp it takes 100 watt or so to run it.
I run mine swings 45 watts on AM and sideband. I set mine like that to run into my amplifiers. I cannot achieve that 45 watts on sideband unless I turn my RF power all the way up. You know, and if you really want to just get all your forward swing on sideband, if it's just a regular radio like I am, and run it wide open, the box is not going to matter. The only thing you need to be careful is when you come off of sideband and go back to AM to transmit, you need to cut your RF power back so you don't blow your amp up.
Yes, sir. That's the fact, though.
So this radio here, I think, is rated around 80 wide open. So I can run it wide open as long as I'm on sideband.
Yeah, but if you don't have a high drive amplifier, you'll blow it up.
That's why I say the rules for running an amplifier are kind of the same on AM and sideband. As far as power, I mean, you got to know what the radio is doing and what the amp can handle, you know?
Yeah, 10-4. Hey, talking about blowing things up, Tomahawk, he blew up his 2547, he went and got him a new one, didn't he?
He didn't blow it up. It just isn't where it ain't right.
10-4.
I I'm pretty sure the final went out in it because there's no adjustment on RF power or in the pot inside, according to Tomahawk saying what Bear told him. So there's how many different people in this line that I'm hearing this from?
I wonder if Tomahawk let me buy that radio off of him cheap.
He's getting it fixed.
Well, when the connector to the RF power knob comes unplugged from the radio, it just goes wide open and you don't have any control. Somebody may or may not say something like that to make a little dollar or two.
Well, I don't know Bear well enough to say one way or the other, but I've called the guy and to try to get bias putting it into the 6-pill, and he kept telling me he wanted some more time to let himself heal up from whatever he had going on with his eye. However, at the same time, he was working on Tomahawk stuff. So that puts him off my list.
I called him I called him Monday and I still ain't got no reply back.
You know, if you need more time to get healed, hey, that's cool, you know, get better, you know, but at the same time, don't be, you know, working on other people's shit. I mean, because if you don't want to work on my stuff, say you don't want to work on my stuff. I'll move on.
Yeah, 10-4. Hey, Cobra, have you heard of, I saw it on Craigslist tonight, Yazoo, or Yazoo, however you pronounce it, FL 2100B amp.
It uses two 572Bs, and to use it on CB, it needs to be converted to do so. It's called the Yazoo, by the way.
Yazoo. Yeah, I seen that there. I didn't know it was over in Dunlap. Somebody's got, maybe somebody I've talked to before, unless it's just a straight helm operator.
Yeah, it runs like I said, two 572Bs. My buddy Meathead up there in Michigan runs one. And with brand new tubes, and he runs about 1,000 out of it.
Yeah, 10-4.
I think I talked to him the other day. No, I talked to Mick Ball the other
just
day.
like any other thing that has to do with radio, you can ask, 100 people, and every single one of them will tell you one thing is different from the other.
Oh, yeah.
But me, pertaining to sideband, the way I usually run mine, here lately, if I'm running an amplifier, I don't even touch it. I just leave it alone. If it's set on AM the way I got it set, I just go to sideband and I take the wattage loss and I let the amp do its thing. But if I really want the amp to perform properly, I turn the variable power wide open. But I went and set that power to match AM's peak output to make sure that I'm not over driving anything over here, because everything that I got over here coming out of this radio is low drive going into the other stuff.
I know what I got all y'all in there, radio technicians, radio technicians. I've been told that PEP does not matter, it's just your dead key. Then I've also been told the PEP does matter. Which way is it?
What, on the meter?
Well, just like when you driving, into an amp, well, you got your dead key set at 1 or 2 on a low drive amp, but the PEP does not matter.
Nope, PEP don't matter on dead key, it matters on swing. PEP is just basically a peak average, or it's just basically the peak. Average is what your true power is going to be.
Well, that kind of got me confused even more. Well, let's say for instance this one, it would swing up to about 80, with a 2-watt dead key. Well, is that 80 going into the amp, or is it just 2 watts?
When you do swing into amps the way they sell amplifiers, they're rating that swing as peak, not RMS or not average, because average is going to be a lot lower number because it's actual true power. So basically, when you buy an amp, if it says you can't swing any more than 80 peak or 80 PEP, then that is your peak wattage. So your average is just going to show you what your true wattage is. But most things that you get nowadays is going to be rated for peak. Like, don't swing over this much peak. So when you're judging it, your dead key's not going to matter. Average or peak, your dead key is going to stay relatively the same within 0.1 or 0.2. You're not going to notice it on an analog meter. Where it does change is on your swing. If you're always reading peak, then you have nothing to worry about. So if somebody says, hey, I got this amplifier right here, it's 150 watts peak drive, you don't want to go over that. So basically, you're looking at peak wattage. You not even need to be worried about average.
10-4. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. I'm trying something as I speak. Okay.
How about a bird there, 31?
Well, there's a whistle. There's a whistle.
Hold on a second.
It bumps 30 every once in a while, and that's about that's a 2-watt dead key, goes up to 30 on average.
10-4, we got a break.
Yeah, what's this little radio sound like? Come on.
Come on back to me again and say basically count to 5 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now I can hear your audio good strong signal, but it's kind of muffled, like maybe about like talking through a sock, but it's a little bit clearer than that.
10-4. What's your 20 there? Come on.
Just over here in Saudi Daisy.
10-4, Saudi Daisy.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking either on a stock mic or a noise canceling mic.
Yeah, it's a noise canceling mic.
That'll do it.
10-4. Thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be concerned about it though, man. You're very, very legible. You can understand what you say. It's just a little bit on the muffled side, so don't be concerned about it. If it's something that you want to get to where you're wanting to clear it up to sound, you know, similar to this or anything else, then you might want to change mics. But if you're just going to use it to run it like in the woods or up and down the road or something, it's going to be alright.
What kind of mic you recommend there? Come on.
Well, first, what mic are you running? What's the name of it?
A-static.
Is it a 636L? Does it say that on the back?
That's an A-static 636.
That is very strange, because you hear this radio and I'm on an A-static 636. So basically, you need to go through the microphones that are noise canceling and check to see which one works with your radio, because some radios are different and they like them, some do not. Like the radio you're on might like a Road King 56 versus an A-static.
What's he talking about?
What, the 636L?
Oh, the radio.
Oh yeah, what radio you got?
I got a Cobra 29 LX.
Yeah, that's going to be a Road King 56 radio. That's what I got, an LX in my car, and I got a 29 Classic, and both of them run the old Turner Telex Road King 56s in them.
10-4.
Also, we could change the audio input resistor inside the radio to 2.2K ohms, and then the 636L would actually work perfect on that radio.
Yeah, 10-4.
Either way, we can adjust it to where the radio will sound decent with the mic you're running, and or you could just try another mic. So either way you wanted to roll.
10-4. Appreciate that, Cole. It's Jughead on this end.
10-4 Jughead. You got Cobra over here off of Sequoia Road.
10-4 on the Cobra.
I'm gonna back off the key for a second. I believe Big R was in there running some power deals there, checking some stuff out, and I'm gonna get back quiet for a second.
Hey, Big R.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Hey, on that swing while ago, if you're swinging, say, 80 to 100 watts, PEP, you don't want to drive that into a low drive box.
Well, I've been doing it for months.
Well, I don't know how it'll finally get it. I do believe.
It just because it ain't nothing happened yet, don't mean there ain't damage being done.
Well, I try not to get too long. Well, yeah, that's true too, but I try not to get too long-winded. It's a 4-pill.
I drove a 955 into a Texas Star 500 4-pill amp the entire time I owned it. I just did so with the RF power turned all the way down and made sure that my dead key was adequate, you know, and I didn't have any problem, but down all the way on low, that radio didn't do 80 watts, you know, like it does all the way up.
Well, that's what I was doing there a second ago. I had it on average power on my meter, and I was keying 2-watt dead key, and when I whistle, it'd go up to 30 watts average power.
You know, I personally don't care about average, primarily because when you're talking on a radio and someone's saying, ooh, yeah, ooh, audio, the number they're giving you is PEP anyway, because let's face it, we all want a big, long, you-know-what.
Okay.
If average was really that important, the number we would be getting on the radio, that when people start doing that audio crap, they'd give you the average number. But it's not as big as the PEP number, so, you know, they want the big one.
Yeah, 10-4.
I mean, not always, but a lot of the time, your average will be half of your peak anyway.
Oh, yeah, 10-4. Let me try something here. Yeah, that's about 80 on peak. PEP was just a radio, 80.
You're driving that into a low drive?
Yeah, it's a low drive. It's old school. It's a Magnum by Palomar.
Hey, Roger. That's why, see, this $29.95, it'll swing up there. But I've got a Mako and a 500 Palomar. I will not drive it into those boxes.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been told. I don't know. Like I said, I've been talking on it for probably close to a year now. It don't even hardly get warm.
Well, it ain't working then, I guess.
Till it don't.
But the truth of the matter is just to being around here talking local, folks don't even need it.
Well, it sounds good either way. If you're doing that, you've got a strong box and it must not be damaging. That's what I needed to get out with, because it sounds great when you're talking.
Well, right now it's just my radio doing this deal.
Yeah, I'd tell you turn it down, but it's still loud.
You ain't got a box up there for sale, do you? Some jumper, a plug-in model?
No, sir, I don't. I'm going to have to wait and get me a high drive for this other radio. No, everything I got went out practically. Just little, finally got all of them except this little Mako. Little modulator I was on.
Yeah, 10-4.
I've got a Texas Star 2-pill over here.
But it ain't a high drive, is it?
No.
I got a Texas Star 350 right here. I bought brand new, and I popped it the first 10 minutes after I bought it.
Put too much into it, huh?
Oh yeah, that's when I first started back, about a year or so ago. I mean, I blew it up for the first 10 minutes. Of course, it works good now. I had it repaired, but I got it hooked up right now. Kind of scared of it.
Well, how old is the box? Is it a Toshiba box or a DEI box?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I had them replaced you know, so I don't guess they were. I guess it's just whatever they put in them.
How old is the box? Did you buy it over in the last couple of years?
Yeah, off Amazon.
Yeah, then it's definitely a DEI box. They stopped making them Toshibas back in the 90s, so if you didn't buy it sometime back in, 90s or 2000s or something, it ain't gonna be Toshiba.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, they quit making them all together, ain't they?
Say what?
They stopped making them all together, haven't they?
Yeah, if you get a brand new real Toshiba now, that's new, it's just one that has been bought at some point and not been used.
I think Tsunami got them. I got that plant, didn't it?
No, they just stopped making them. It's just, I don't know, they didn't find the market to be worth being in, I guess.
Nobody can replace that so far what I've seen.
I'm over Toshiba, man. I haven't had a lick of issues with any of the HG boxes I've owned, or should I say I own. The one I'm talking on, the two bill I got down there, below me, they do just fine.
I was Rooster and I talking about the C's, and I think that's what you run, right?
No, and it's not because I don't think it's worth it. It's because my boxes are both the regular HGs. So, and I've got 4 brand new HG pills in a Ziploc bag in case any of them fail. If I go get an HG 2879C box, it will be the odd man out, is what it would be right now.
Roger. Yeah. He was just saying they was tougher. I don't know. I have never owned either one of them, but I have owned a 2879 box.
Well, I haven't owned a C box yet, so I can't say for my own personal self, but the word basically is that they do more power, but they won't do it till you get 15 volts or more, and I don't like running my stuff more than 14.5 anyway, so I would benefit anyway.
Yeah, I don't either. I run 13.8 to 14 the most, and that's all I'm going to do with it.
What kind of radio stun jumper do you say you're on right this moment?
I'm on a little 2950 right now.
Hook up 2995 of it. Let's see what it sounds like.
I've changed some coaxes. I can't run it. I've got everything unplugged from it right now. I got my mic and all off of it because I have to get this adapter and all that, and I got the coaxes right into this other box.
Yeah, 10-4. That maybe I'll catch you next time when you're on it.
Yeah, I will because I've got everything that's a mess right now.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, how long did you say you've had it?
I've had it, I guess, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, maybe. That's about it.
10-4. Well, you going to keep it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're hard to come by.
Oh, yeah. You ain't gonna find one right now. I ain't been able to see another one.
Well, actually, they got one right now on Amazon you can buy, so supposedly it says it's available. Lord, it's like $950.
Yep, that's what they're going for.
Has it been converted already?
I don't think so. It says it comes with they call it an E-chip. Something's in the box with it.
Okay, well then all you gotta do is plug that in and then you'd be fine.
Yeah. The thing about it is, you could buy them things a few months ago for about $700.
Sure could.
I can't bring myself to buy something that's the same thing that the mobile version is, just not in a big box.
Don't have to have a power supply, though.
It has a power supply, it's just inside. You're still paying for it.
Yeah, but I've not externally, I am plugging it into an AC outlet.
True, and then that's powering a power supply. I mean, to me, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, you're just getting away from a lot of external equipment.
Velcro it to the box.
Well, I just like the big box look myself.
extra money for the looks.
Well, that's part of a car. You buy a car for the looks, don't you?
I bought my car because of if it's a Toyota. Everything else is icing on the cake.
Yeah, but if it didn't look good, you wouldn't buy it. Copy.
Not 100% true all the time, anyway.
Well, I ain't gonna spend thousands and thousands of dollars on an ugly car. I don't care what kind of model it is.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, the 2980, when I went after this radio, I went after a 2980. They do not make them anymore. And I have had enough power supplies, and I got a brand new power supply my wife got me for birthday, but I just had enough of all that stuff sitting around. If I can get it compact in one box, that's what I'm going to do.
That's my motto. I agree 100%. You know, everybody's got their own opinion. But, yeah, that's why I like to have me a plug-in amp. I just don't like fooling all these power supplies and all these wires hanging around.
I'll drive a dadgum, I'll drive a Yugo if it's got a 427 Cobra jet in it.
So you didn't have to say that.
We have Willie popping damn 1,000 horsepower Yugo. I'll do it. Looks like shit, but runs like a dream.
Well, okay. I guess I'm gonna lose that battle.
Yeah. What was you saying, Stump Jumper, about that 2980? That's that one. It's still tore up, ain't it?
No, I got a 9500 North Star. I wanted a 2980 because it's made on the same basis of the 9500 and all that. But they do not make them anymore, and the next thing was a 2985, or 95, excuse me. And I went with it, and no, the 2980 my brother talks on, and I love that radio, and it was an older radio, and man, they would take a beat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they sure will. I got a good beat on switching power supplies that they used to convert those old 2980s with, to take the old power supplies out for the new switch mode power supplies that last forever. I got a good beat on those right now. I can get them real cheap.
No, Roger. You remember Carpet Man over in Hickson?
No, yeah, down there by the train tracks off of Hamill Road.
Right. He sold my bug Bumblebee down there in Newell. He sold him that radio he's got. Well, when he got it, it had a cold sorter going in it. Fixed it, and that radio was tied to lightning hit it. And then Guyball down in Georgia, before he passed away, he put some diodes in it for him. He's still talking on that radio. He hollered at you the other night. That's the radio he's on. Those radios are tough.
That damn near bulletproof.
You got it.
Yeah, you can't beat a good old 2980. The old 2980 I had before it took a shit had a 1:07 long Roger beat. 1:07 seconds.
Yeah. So we got that 10K switch on. I'm not sure about 2980, but the 9500's got echo board in it, everything. It's made on the same frame as it is. Got the handheld, relay rack, 19-inch relay rack.
Yep. Yeah. Good old sturdy radio.
Hey, something over. Have you ever owned a Browning Golden Eagle?
No, sir, I haven't. I think Snowman talks on, doesn't it?
I don't know. I kind of like that, kind of a bucket list for me. I like to have me one. I know I've told this story before. When I was a kid, I went to this guy's house. He had one, and I thought, man, this dude here, he's loaded. He's got some money. He's talking on a big fancy radio, and I don't know. I'd like to have me one. Of course, they bring a lot of money.
Yes. Does Snowman not have a Browning? He's got the Eagle radio, I think. I'm not sure what he's talking on.
Yeah, I believe it's the other night he came down here and said he got some Eagles from some guy up in Kentucky or something. He's been talking on them. I haven't heard it yet, but he said he's got a nice eagle.
It's a tube radio weight, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tube top. That's what that squeal is when it keys up. Those tubes equalizing in it.
Hey, Big Eye?
Yes, sir.
There's a gentleman up here in talks on 26 up there. I believe it's 26. That he owns, I believe that cash your checks, what do you call that?
Yeah, one of them check cashing places.
Yeah, check into cash, maybe something like that. I think he's got a set of eagles that he talks on 26 up here with.
What does he go by?
I believe Golden Eagle. I believe that's what I heard him, what he said his handle was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I found one on Craigslist just the other day up in Shelbyville. I think it was, it didn't say Mark 4, but it just said Ford, you know, Roman numeral 4. I think they was asking like $650 for it. The pictures, you know, it looked good. Of course, pictures can be deceiving. So what's on the inside, it really counts.
I think my phone finally...
I know nothing about those. I never have seen them, never talked on them, but I don't know. But I know he goes for Golden Eagle, and you know that squeal that comes out before the audio, before they start talking. It's got that, and so does Snowman's.
Yeah, I think, I could be wrong, I think they all got it. I saw some videos, I've been watching videos about eagles, and it's another thing I didn't realize, this one, it's according to how you hold the microphone. You can move the microphone in your hand or stick it closer to the radio, away from the radio, and that squeal will change.
Yeah, the other night, I think it was the night Snowman got his eagles hooked up. He was on there with live streaming with Rooster, and Rooster said, come on now, Snowman, if you're going to use them things, make them squeal. So he was doing something to turn that squeal off.
Yeah, 10-4.
The antenna out there is full moving, it doesn't expose it, does it?
Well, I didn't think about that. You know what I did do to it? I painted it blue and gray. You know, it's a white antenna, it's a fiberglass. I got a serial Gangmaster is what I got. 24-foot fiberglass antenna. It's got a red coil on the bottom of it. And I painted it blue and gray to kind of blend in with the sky.
There you go, beat him at the wrong game. I think Tommy Hawk told Bird the other day something about that. I was on there with him, and yeah, I broke up. I said, dang, that's a good one.
Yeah, see, I don't have the first tree in my yard. I've had them all cut down. That's probably a good thing. Tornadoes would have took them out if I did have trees. But anyway, if I had a tree, I'd paint it green, but I don't have a tree.
I hear you, man. Where did Mad Dog, he still on there?
Do what now?
Is Mad Dog still on the radio? Did he get off? I don't mean to hog the channel here, but I cannot hear him, so I don't know when he keys up and when he's not.
He should be. I'll be back here in a second and I'll raise him up. I gotta get in here to... Daggum cat knocked over the trash can. I gotta clean it up real quick.
Okay, yeah, I might get out of here in a minute too. I gotta get ready to go to church. Big R, it's been a pleasure talking to you, buddy. I'm going to tell you that radio sounds great.
All right, if it sounds good, it may not be on save my money.
There you go. I tell you right now, I don't think you're going to beat the sound of that one. Because you and Wolfman and Porch Dog up there. Man, those radios are the loudest I've heard.
Well, 10-4, appreciate it, 10-4. Well, yeah, well, go to bed there, get up early in the morning, and it might be a little on the cool side when you get up.
I hear you, buddy. Yeah, it's cool out there. Wind's good. It's a good change, though. Man, I tell you, that pollen's about to kill me.
Yeah. I hate that 90, 95 degree weather, but it's, of course, we've had that already, but it won't be long. It'll be 90 degrees every day. It'll be 90 degrees sometimes at 12 o'clock.
I know you right. Okay, well, listen, all of you, y'all have a good night. No match still in there. Everybody missed, so carry on, enjoyed it. Catch you on the next time we get on the coax again.
You know, you have a good one.
Have a good night over there, Stump Jumper. We'll catch you later.
Thanks, Coach.
Not this week, but next week it's supposed to be in the 90s every day with scattered thunderstorms.
Yeah, it's going to get there. It won't be long. We'll be wishing we had some cool weather.
No, I know it. It's colder than Witch's Tit in the Brass Bra outside right now. It dropped down into the upper 40s up here.
Golly.
Yeah, pretty good little wind chill coming too. It's clipping along pretty good. It said 49 out there on the porch earlier.
Yeah, no, man, I was out there. It was still daylight when I was sticking that antenna back up, and that wind was blowing, man. I had shorts on. It got pretty chilly.
Oh yeah, and a wee man want to run back inside to stay warm.
That's it, Lord. Where you going, old man?
Probably out there thinking where he gonna paint the ghost flames on the side of that scooter.
That's it, Lord.
Ain't gonna be burning up there. I don't think I'd want to be on a scooter that small on Highway 58. My butthole pucker up.
Yeah, really. I just want to hear that big box he got talk, but I won't get to hear it.
Which one?
That one he got off Snowman here a while back.
He done sold it back to him.
I know he did. That's what I'm saying. I won't get to hear it. Not, at least not from Nomad's shack. Break, Jim.
Come on, break.
How y'all doing over there tonight, man? Y'all sounding good over here. Be brain damage. Figured I'd say howdy.
Hey, doing pretty good there, brain damage. How you doing? I ain't heard you in a little while.
Yeah, I've been working. Trying to make a living anyway, right?
Well, that's about what everybody's got to try to do, right?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, you're coming in pretty good tonight. You got good audio, too. I live stream on YouTube, they're local, in the evening sometimes when it's not going to be all like cussy, fighty in here, but I got it on right now, so you'll be able to hear yourself in a little bit when I undo it, unless you want to get on YouTube now and listen to it.
10-4. Well, let me know how to look up your YouTube there. I heard y'all in there. I don't want to give between y'all. I say howdy. Most of y'all are sounding good, and keep them dang good 40s to yourself.
It'll be over in a little bit. Just type in YouTube and go to search and just CH31, like, you know, channel 31. CH31 stream number 7. And if you get on there right now, it's live.
Okay, you said 3H or CH31 number 7?
CH31 stream number 7.
10-4. Alright, I'll see if I can find it, man. Appreciate it.
Alright, when you do come across it, man, you'll see a 2950 on there with blue lights and CD 2950. And it'll have the live icon on it.
Okay, that 2950 is what I'm talking on, Gen 1. I like those radios.
Oh yeah, well you'll get to see what a 2950 CD looks like if you do that.
Right, okay. I'm looking at it right now. CH31 stream number 3, 526.
That's number 3. And number 7, 529 local is what we're on right now.
Alright, yep, I got it right here, number 7. Got you. Alright, brother, y'all have a good one. Like I say, brain damage, we're gonna stand by.
10-4. If it don't let you, I haven't figured out this whole thing yet, but if it don't let you play it back, like sometimes you can get on there while it's live and rewind it a few minutes or whatever. If it don't do that, just key back up.
Okay, that'll work. Appreciate it. I'll check it out, buddy. I appreciate you. We're gonna stand by.
10-4. Well, Big R, what are you having to do over there? Are you having trouble with the HOA over there or something with the antenna?
No, not yet. I'm not. I just know that you're not supposed to have one, you know. But I got a letter here a while back, so they're going to, look for violations in the neighborhood. Everybody getting checked, I guess, what they do.
I wouldn't be too concerned about it, you know. If they ask, be like, well, I got a TV antenna up here. Yeah, I mean, they really can't say much about it. I mean, it is kind of in the backyard, and it's neat. It's on a nice new push-up pole, nice new antenna, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I think the description is a radio tower is what the bylaws say, a radio tower. It don't really say anything about, the length of the antenna or anything like that, but who knows?
Yeah, push-up pole does not, it's not a tower. It's a push-up pole.
Well, that's what I'm hoping I can get by with if they ever do say anything.
Yeah, well, just give it a shot. Wherever you got it standing up right now, however high you got it pulled up in the air is perfect.
10-4, yeah, I need to look my markers on my pole there and try to memorize it or make a mark with a magic marker and keep it there.
Yeah, if you've looked on the stream lately, when you're talking, man, it goes all the way up. It lights up all the bars there. I mean, that's all the way up. When you're talking, it swings up there, and you're dead keying 4 bars, which is a 9.
Well, let me pull it back up and check it out.
Yeah, it slaps it on up there. Yeah, you get that windshield wiper effect up here.
That brain dad, where was he located at?
He's up there in Cleveland.
10-4.
Yeah, he's come a long way too since when he first started back on the radio. It's been a little while since he started back in there, but he's been coming on back up, getting louder radio each time.
Yeah, I was having a little difficulty hearing him on the live stream. I could hear him pretty good on your radio, but I don't know. It's funny how different locations. That's like being stuck jumper. I can't hardly hear Mad Dog at all. He says he has the same trouble.
Yeah, Mad Dog goes back and forth between antennas up there different times. I mean, it's kind of some days, and plus right now with all the foliage and everything, the beams aren't working proper, so he alternates between his antennas because he might hear better on one than the other someday. But brain damage usually puts right there at 3 bars, which is about a 5 on me. And he's pushed it up to a 7 before, so he always comes in good over here.
But I put more bars than he does, or he puts more bars than I do.
No, you do. You're dead keying 4 and swinging up into the red. So you're about the loudest one out there right now, unless Havoc keys up and cleans my clock.
Oh yeah. That's what I was trying to figure here. Why is it you hear me better than you do him, but I can't hear him, and I hear you a whole lot better?
The lay of the land, man. The ridges and the hills and stuff like that. That's just how it is. I mean, where I'm at right here is a direct shot over towards Cleveland, so there's not very many obstructions versus shooting down the ridge side towards you.
Yeah. Now I've got a ridge right to the east of me here. I can see on my window, and I don't really know how high it is, but it's a pretty good little ridge. Then plus I got White Oak Mountain to go over.
Right, and I just kind of blast, say like the signal, the way mine rolls is, if you draw a line from my house to exit 20, and then you go north, up past exit 25, and you draw like a line there and a line there, anything between there and just before you get into Sweetwater is like, it's wide open for me, dude. It's just like flat out.
Yeah, I'm 10-4. Yeah, I've often wondered, if I knew I was going to get back in the radio business, I would try to find me a house on top of a hill like y'all got and stuff. And well, I don't know if you live on the hill, okay? Well, I know Havoc does, don't he?
Yeah, I live in a hole. I'm down in the bottom of a bowl, and my antenna's in a pine tree. And what I just told you about the way the signals travel was with my 38-foot tower with the serial on it. This antenna and this tree right here, I get pretty good, almost 360-degree radius of talk. I do struggle with a little bit of like going to the northwest towards Nashville. I struggle with that, but everything else on this antenna is fine.
Yeah, I was just thinking there, if I lived up somewhere around on top of White Oak Mountain, that'd be ideal. That way you could talk all over Chattanooga and talk all over Cleveland.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Hey, Big, are you in there?
Yeah.
This stump job, I'm on the other radio. I didn't mean to cut you short on it a while ago, but it's a lot lower. I was running the bounce on that other one, but this is a bad footage, and it's cut down to about 70 watts right there.
Yeah, it sounds good, a little bit louder, and it's making the needles swinging a whole lot more than the other radio.
Okay, this is about foot 9 to 29.95, and it is cut back.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, PEP on those radios are about 150.
I think I got it done rocket beep. I don't know if I do or not.
No, I don't hear it.
Okay, just a minute, please. Yeah, they are, and I had it roll back. I had to turn it down when I first got it, and I did it. And I'll probably be turning it back up. I don't want to overdrive it and burn up anything.
Yeah, don't want to mess a new radio up, but it sounds good. And you're talking on what kind of mic?
I'm on the, this is the Superstar mic, that little $5 mic.
Now, what do you keep your mic gain on?
Right now, I've got it on 7.
Well, just for giggles, flip it all the way over to see if it changes.
All right, right there, that make any difference?
Yeah, put it on maybe 9.
All right, what about that right there? That make it bad or worse?
I think it's a little bit louder. What do you think, Ober?
His audio's louder all the way around on me. His signal's dropped, but his audio's a little bit louder.
On this radio?
Yeah, you're running about what brain damage runs on me. You're running about a 5. But your audio sounds like you're running about a 6 or 7.
Yeah, okay, well good. I figured it'd be way down. I was just unhooking everything. I thought, doggone it, for big audio now, I'm going to have to key it up because I didn't want to be like I didn't want to hook it up a while ago, but anyway, this is it.
You're fine, man. swap radios. Then I said, nah, I don't want to fool with it. So, yeah, but yeah, I like that radio. Sounds good.
Well, I'd like to receive on it. I understand, Tomahawk says he can't hear for some reason on his. Man, I can hear anything. I was real good. I don't know why he doesn't have a receive on it, but I figured it'd be, way down there is what I compared to the other radios.
Yeah, I've heard him complain about his receive myself. I don't know what the deal is, but I don't know. I don't know why he says that, but of course I've not been to his house to hear, so I don't know.
I don't either. I just hope it's some condition maybe up there.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. But yeah, you're sounding good over this way.
Big R, you'd scratch your eyeballs out if you sat in my radio chair. You'd be seeing all these radios over here, and you'd be just going crazy. Which one do I want to talk to? Oh my goodness, what do I want to turn on?
That's the way I am, man. Sometimes I wish I wasn't that way. I wish I just had one or two radios. But, I'd have more money in my pocketbook. Well, my bill phone, not my pocketbook, but you know what I'm saying. And plus, I don't know, but I get a wild hair. Tomorrow I might be talking on my little Bearcat Uniden with the cordless microphone, or I might be talking on this 2547 or that old Washington. It's whatever my fancy is, I guess, that particular day.
Yeah, like right here, I'm looking at a Cherokee Blackhawk, President HR2510, DX86 Galaxy, Summer Camp TS2000DX, 2950 CD, which I'm on. And I've stuck with this radio right here because it is like the Summer Camp and the Galaxy are very similar. This radio and the Summer Camp talks amazing AM and sideband, where the Galaxy doesn't talk sideband that great, but it talks AM better than these do. But I just had to choose a radio, and I said, look, I'm going to wear my dadgum jumpers out doing this crap. I need to choose a radio to talk on and leave it alone, and I chose a 2950, and I stuck with it.
I know what you're saying now. They tell me that radio I bought up there at Cleveland at that little break they had here a while back in March, this Cobra Cam 89 is my best-selling radio. I ain't talked on it in a few days. I'm not talking on it tomorrow. Of course, it's just a 23 channel, so I wouldn't be able to talk to you up here on 31.
I kicked myself in the ass for getting rid of my Cobra Cam 89. I should have never done that, but because it was one of my best talking radios, and the other radio that I got that talks the best is a 1974 JC Penny Pinto 23 channel, and that thing right there, it's got telephone audio. Man, that thing is so clean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I know it. The Cobra Cam 89 was the first radio I ever owned when I was a teenager. And I said, I'm going to find me one of them one of these days. And I found that one up there, and it's in real good shape. Real good shape. Just got a few little blemishes on it. And I don't even think it's been opened up before. And, like I said, I know old Bird Hunter, he says, man, that's the best selling radio you got. And while I was up there, I found this Turner Plus 2, and that's what I'm used with it. And he says, man, that's the best selling radio.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I got 1, 2, 3 Navajos, TRC30s. One of them has the VFO slider. And I've got, they're all 23 channel, and then I got, I don't know, maybe 15, 16 radios in my closet behind me. 2 radios right here under my bed, and a radio in each car.
Well, now, how old are you now?
37.
But I find that a little bit odd because did you grow up around CBs? Because you're kind of in that age bracket where, that wasn't no big deal.
It really wasn't, but I found one in my grandfather's basement when I was a kid, and I asked him about it, and he told me, and then it stuck. Been there ever since.
Moondog, the remember?
Yeah, it was before Moondoggy when I found that radio in my grandfather's basement. And I was trying to figure out how that radio... Well, I remember this crap, too. I was trying to figure out how that thing worked. Man, I was, what, 12 years old, 13 years old, and I put a piece of wire in the back of that damn thing, started talking... And you see, I've lived right there, literally right down the street, like less than a mile from Moondoggy, and I put a piece of wire in the back of that radio and just started chattering on it, man, and somebody come back to me. I freaked out, cut it off. Cut it back on a day later, and I did it again. There he was again, and eventually, he was like, well, come on, it's safe, you can talk to me, and I did, and I told him who I was and everything, and what I was talking on, and then that's when Knight Rider keyed up, and he's like, I know you, I know your daddy, I grew up with him, and then it went from there.
What about that? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. I know me and my brother had these little Sears walkie-talkies. These heavy little suckers. They made out of all metal, you know, and they only talked on channel 14. And we was talking there one day, and all of a sudden somebody started talking to me. I said, who the heck's that? And I guess, I don't know who it is. Of course, they're passed on now, but I thought that was pretty neat. A stranger talked to me on my little walkie-talkie. And it wasn't long after that, that's when I started getting in the radios.
Go ahead, break. I'm up here in Saudi Daisy. I'd say probably about 6.5 miles to the west of the Sequoia nuclear plant. Oh, 10-4, yeah, I'm aware. You said Athens, right? Alright, what's your handle? What was your handle? Okay, you said Hollywood, right? Oh, okay, yeah. I'm struggling hearing you this evening. I got some ground noise coming in tonight. Conditions with the skip and everything lately has been kind of crazy, and my ground noise hadn't. It usually levels off, but tonight it hasn't. So, but you're making it over it good enough. I just had to get up close to the speaker there and listen a little bit harder. Alright, no problem, man, anytime. And I'll see if I can catch you again one day. I do talk on 38 lower sideband quite a bit, so I might be able to catch you up there sometime. Hollywood, good hearing from you tonight. Rascal Cobra down here in Saudi Daisy.
Hey, T-Bar.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this mic game set okay where it's at, or do I need to go back where it was, or what's it sound like?
Well, go back where he was, and I'll do one more comparison.
I just said it. I'm turning it as I talk. There's a 7 again. Is that all right? Or you want to go back to 8 or 9?
You're not quite as loud on my radio. What do you think, Cobra?
I like it where it's at a 7. He usually talks on a 7 and it's fine. He goes up to the 8 and it's a little bit louder and it's still really good. When he gets up around 9, on my receive it kind of muffles a little bit, but like I said, my speaker is a little different. So I guess between 7 and 8 would be a good one on his radio for my ears.
What about that, Cobra, right there?
Come back.
Does that sound okay right there, or you want to turn it back up down?
That's an 8, ain't it?
I don't know. 5, 7, out to 8, yep.
Yeah, leave it right there.
Alright, I'll go for you guys' ears, so I can't hear what's on TV, but anyway.
Yeah, you're fine right there. I wouldn't worry about that at all. It sounds plenty fine on that radio.
Oh yeah, when you talk about Moondoggy, Cobra, I remember when you was, he taught you a lot on those radios, didn't he?
Yeah, I ended up over there I'd get off the school bus over there and go straight down in the basement down there and start working on them with him. And he taught me just about everything. I mean, when he passed away, I got the majority of all of his books and stuff, different knickknacks and things like that, you know, on how to schematics and stuff. I got a lot of that stuff in the shed out there. I'd say 2 or 3 totes full of it.
Probably a lot of notes he wrote down that was not in some of them books.
Some radios too. Like there's I got quotations and notes and schematics and repairs and modifications for radios that you can't even find on the internet today.
You got, yeah, I'm sure of that. I remember them, Doggy, but yeah. Boy, not Ryder, you mentioned him a while ago. I never been so shocked. I didn't know he was dead.
Oh man, he talk about me talking to him every day, and then him dying on me like that.
Yeah, I knew he was dead before tonight, but when I heard it, man, good gracious, he was not that old, was he?
No, he's like 55.
Well, I love to listen to him. He said talk late at night. He seemed, I never met him, but he seemed like one nice person.
Well, I've got his 2510 and his D104 right here. And I've got his antenna is over, no, it's here. I got his antenna here. And 6-pill Willie's using his coax over there in Middle Valley. And I've got all of his radios. I've got everything. Everything that he owned electronic is here.
Well, good. Glad you did get it. But when his mother passed away, and he was taking care of his father, because he was saying he was going to take him to the doctor and all that. And is his father still alive?
Yeah, his father got better.
Well, good, but well, I enjoyed listening. I've talked to him before, and he's good CB'er.
Oh, I know it. It was a shock when he passed away, I'm telling you. And basically my entire radio life, man, when I was a kid, dude, he remembers me when he was working with my dad, where Dad would deliver, because my dad's a truck driver, so he'd deliver freight over there to one of the businesses. I think it was Buster Brown that Night Rider worked at. Man, he remembers me before I wasn't even walking yet. Night Rider remembered me all the way back that far.
Yeah, I enjoyed listening to him, and he had to be a nice person. You just tell the character it seemed like he was.
Yep, and it was the doctors overlooked. They didn't know what was wrong with him, and they was treating him for everything under the sun, but it was a fatty liver the entire time. They didn't think about checking it, and that's what got him.
Fatty liver?
Fatty liver.
Oh, well, I hate it past, but I enjoyed listening to him, talking to him, but I've forgotten about him, though. You mentioned it a while ago.
Yeah, by the time they figured it out, what was going on, it was too late. And Night Rider knew he was going to pass away, but he did not tell anybody. That's one thing that irked me about him. He did not tell anybody until he was gone. And buddy, when I say gone, I visited him on a Thursday, okay? On Sunday, he was gone. Like, out of here, like that quick. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and never knows. Well, listen, I'll get off the side here. I've got to get out of here. But Big R, again, so good night to you. But I want you to hear this radio for he's good or bad. I didn't mean to cut you short there a while ago, but when I was unhooking, I thought, doggone it, you hook that up. Get on there.
I hear you, buddy. I hear you. How long have you been on the radio?
Lord have mercy. Off and on. I was on radio in the 70s, and for a long time, and then the 90s. I don't know. Gosh, it's been years, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was just well, golly, how old was it? 15, 16 back in the 70s. That's when I first got my Cobra Cam 89, and yeah, I've been off and on it, but I was off for a long time, but about a year and a half ago I got back in it.
I'm glad you did, but I enjoy talking to people like you. So tell me, you remember 442, do you remember him, 442, and Chief Brother 3, all of me, we used to talk on Royal's roadside channels. Cobra probably remembers the frequency, 26915, wasn't it, Cobra?
Oh yeah, 26915.
Do you remember them guys, Big R?
No, I grew up in East Ridge, so I just talked to the locals on my little 4 watts on the AM. That's all I had. Didn't have no sideband, so no, I didn't talk very far. It was just talk local over in East Ridge and just, right close by.
Oh, yeah, I tell you, Cobra knows there was some wars going on the airways there for years, wasn't it, Cobra? But it wasn't us, but there was some of them that got into it.
Well, hell, I got tied up in it. That's probably why I get the shit that I get today. I got tied up in it just because I was friends with a couple of the guys that the people over on this side of the river was arguing with, and that's what tied me up in it. But yeah, but I got at least a good 4 years in on the radio before all that crap went down, because I started in February of 1996, so and by 2000 it was knocked down, drag out.
Oh yeah, yep, it sure was. Usher, he passed away, and I know him and Three used to stay in some sort of argument. I don't know why. I never asked no questions. I just stay out of that. I want to talk to who will talk to me, and if they don't talk to me, that's fine.
Yep, and that's one of the people right there, main one, that got people pissed off at me. I always went and hung out with Hustler. Hustler never treated me bad. He always come over and he treated me and my mom and my dad and everybody with respect. He was never cross with me at all. And when he did get cross with me, he was just joking on the radio. But I always go over and hang out with him and stuff like that. And they got pissed off at me for doing that. And then they've never let the grudges go.
There was it, well. Yeah, Swamp Rat, he was another one that, well, Hustler and him was friends. And you know all about that. But I don't know. I never understood why they argued. Never asked no questions. Don't know why, but I know it happened.
Yeah, about that, like them people down there in Chatsworth that's always fighting down there, that going on and on about how they going down off each other.
Because of McCoy.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
Been going on for years down there.
Still is going on.
Channel 16?
Yep.
Yeah, I was listening on there one night, and man, I never heard such a cussing, and it was a woman doing all of it. She was saying, I ain't gonna repeat what she says. I mean, golly, bro.
Man, their stuff comes out of their mouth to make a sailor blush.
Oh, son, dang, it was a woman too, man. That's what shocked me the most.
Well, whatever it is, it did not involve me, and I was far enough away from it that I ain't got to worry about it.
I'm glad they're in Chatsworth or wherever they are.
Yeah, you got that right.
Well, if they
Oh, man, if it were that bad again, man, I'd have to hook this 8-pill up behind this 4-pill. That way I can just talk across the street.
Believe me, I've talked to, I don't know, because if you had somebody like that was against you, and I believe the guy on 26 that they key down on, TR or somebody up there, and boy, they're making rough on him.
I'm telling you right now, if I ever got into that situation, I'd just take the old staff wagon over here and I'd chain up to that tower and drag it down 75 and bring it home.
I hear you, buddy. Well, I guess it's personal. I know it's none of my business, but it does happen.
Yeah, it don't involve me. I don't care. That stuff can continue going on. I don't give a crap. Oh man, I don't even want to hear all that garbage.
Hey, listen here, I'm out of here this time. You guys carry on, enjoyed it. And Cobra, keep up the live stream. It's great to have something like that. Like Big R said, I was over here on radio then. I forgot about it even being on there, but I got the TV turned down.
Yeah, been on the whole time. An hour and 40 minutes now.
Oh.
All this time you wonder what you sounded like. You had it right there in your hands.
Well, I know what this radio sound I want. Anyway, Big R, enjoy it, buddy. Take care of yourself, and I'll catch you next time we're in here.
All right, buddy, you take care. Have a good night up that way. And, yeah, at morning time, we'll get here pretty early. I'm looking at the clock now. It's already, what, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, we time you take that damn Thursday. Okay, see you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm probably the only one in Chattanooga that takes his antenna down in daylight. I don't always do it. I do it, you know, if they call for thunderstorms and stuff, I'll just lay it down on the ground, put it back up when the weather gets better.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm the world's worst. Now, I won't take no antennas down, dude. I got an antenna 100 foot up in a tree, and I got that tower back there, so there ain't no walking no crap down my old ass. And I say old. I feel it. Trust me. I'm beat up being a mechanic, dude. I've had crap fall on me, and it's tore me to hell, so I can tolerate some pain, but not walking an antenna up and down, not that size. No. What it is, and what I don't like about summer is you never know when that pop-up thunderstorm with these mountains is going to drift through here. And man, the lightning that comes out of them dadgum storms. I will unhook my radio every single night and hook it back up when I wake up during the day. And then unhook it when I hear the first rumble of thunder because I've already been hit before.
Oh yeah, I do the same thing. I've never been hit, but I've always unhooked it from the coax and everything, stick it in the jar.
Yeah, and that time of the year is getting here, and it's gonna suck. I hate doing that, man. I'm gonna have to get me some quick disconnects from my coax.
Yeah, that's what's good about wintertime. You don't have to usually worry about it.
Yeah, you got that right.
But I do leave that, put on and hook it, but I don't know if the jumper's still in there. I got me a little dipole antenna I got off of Nomad. All I got is, it's just hung out there on the side of my handrail on the deck. You know what my deck looks like, Cobra. And I don't hear, you put about 9 on me now, but when I got the dipole hooked up, you only put about 4. And I have a hard time hearing people, and plus you probably have a hard time hearing me. But the first day I hooked it up, there's some old gal from Arkansas started talking to me.
Oh yeah, you're on a different polarity. But yeah, and Havoc, see, I built them dipoles. I had Tomahawk custom make me those aluminum, anodized aluminum brackets, and I built them dipoles out of them either steel whips or those Wilson antennas or the Fire Stick 2s or something like that. And the Havoc's got one up there right now. It's got a Fire Stick 2 going up and a Wilson going down. Calls it the shit kicker. Because when he gets on that thing, it don't matter if it don't matter what it is. He can get on that thing barefooted and talk skip.
Yeah, that shocked me, man. I like the fell out of my chair. I just hooked it up, and I could tell there's a big difference in the way it sounded, and I figured, well, there's a big difference in the way it transmitted. But it wasn't 5 minutes later, some gal from Arkansas was talking to me. I said, man, that's unreal.
Oh yeah, oh it'll happen, dude. I'm telling you, you get them different polarities in there, and dipoles, flat side, and I bet if you went and turned that thing too, like aimed it north, south, or east or west, you'd have probably gotten a different polarity and talked somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe one day, just for giggles, hooking it up to that pole of mine and sticking it way up in there. Of course, I'd have to have some, wire or twine to hook in those insulators at the end of the wire and stretch it out. I got it in an inverted V. That's the best I can do as far as, I've tried it straight out from each other, and they don't seem to do as good, but the inverted V seems to work better for me.
Yeah, well, here's here soon, not too long from now, I'm going to be putting up a set of larger beams. I've got the 3-element Makos in the shed, but I want to put up a bigger beam back there. I'm gonna try playing around with beams.
Well, if I had a location where I could use something like that, I'd have me a set of beams.
Yeah. I'm not getting rid of my damn antenna in my tree, though. Gotta have that all-directional receive, because you never know. You know, I mean, I talk most of my skip off of that thing, so with the way skip's been running, every 5 minutes it changes. You're either getting it from up north, or you're getting it from Florida, or you're getting it from Texas. And I will wear a rotor out doing that stuff.
Yeah, I've never owned one. But yeah, it would be ideal if you had a set. I mean, you could point it to the direction where it's coming from, then you don't have to hear all that other stuff from the opposite direction.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I watch those YouTube videos. I learn a lot off, of course. I don't know if some of it's true or not. But I try my best. I watch that old mower junkie down in South Carolina. I don't know if have you seen him before?
Yep.
And I tried my best to stick it. I spent all day on a Saturday one day trying to get that thing in my attic. And I had it in there. I'd have to climb back down and look at my radio, and I got wore out. But anyway, I could not get it to work in my attic. It was just, I mean, high SWR, picking up all kinds of noise. I don't know what to deal with.
Too close to the wiring inside the house.
Well, it would be right above my garage door opener where I had it. Yeah, it was something going on. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna get off here. Well, I'm gonna get off here for now. I'm gonna kill the stream anyways. But I'm going to get back on the radio here probably in a little bit, because I'm going to be up a little late tonight. But I got to go out here and wash these solar panels. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, and they're a little dirty right now from that nasty rain we got. It was dirty rain. I'm going to go out here and scrub these solar panels down real good and make sure I got some good sun hitting them tomorrow.
Yeah, 10-4. All right, man. Catch you later.
10-4. We'll catch you back. Thank you everybody who subscribed and watched the stream. I know it wasn't much, but hey, I gotta do it for my locals. See you guys tomorrow.